Um, this should be a stack wipe to start off. Maybe not. That is not a fort. It's hills. Ah, they're gonna run away. Alright, you guys come down here. You actually take out the little guy. You come down here. Guess we'll just keep building some universities. Alright. Pope does hate me. Have you ever been to Europe? I have been to England, London, like specifically. I've only been to London in England, and I've been to Paris. Other than that, no. The only other time I've been out of the States has been I went to the Dominican Republic for a vacation. But that was it was a resort, and it was very Americanized anyway. Super fun, but let's see. I think we're ready to declare this war. We don't need to call anybody else in, so you come down here, take out that army. You guys go up here. Okay, well, you can't go up there because we don't have access through Spain yet. Or through France, I mean. Yeah, we don't like to think about the UK as Europe. It had a bit of a rough divorce recently. Yeah, I heard about that. The whole Brexit thing, I assume, is what you're talking about. I was over there in London, actually, whenever that whole thing, like, right before it passed, I think, or there was something going on with that, whenever I was over there. We're down to 49 nations. Same with Paris. I was in Paris whenever they were having all the, riots because of the taxes. I don't know much about that situation. But, like, whenever I was over there, I know some people in my group went to the Arc de Triomphe, and they were having some riots around there, so they had to leave. Because, obviously, our university was kind of like, yeah, we don't want you to be a part of that. But it was still fun. Just being over there, and I loved it. I really want to go back to, both cities again. But unfortunately, I'm a college student and have zero monies, so that might not be for quite a ways away. I'm tempted to vassalize these dudes and make them a march like we did with this guy down here. How much would that be? Not that much, honestly, to make them a vassal. Force their religion and take all their money. France is always striking and rioting. It's not a meme. You've lived in France for a while and there was only a few days without any riots. Oh, really? I mean, I knew it had some truth to it, but I thought I also saw it a lot as like a meme, kind of. But obviously, the U.S. Right now can't be. We're also having our own issues over here. I mean, not just strictly U.S. issues. Obviously, it's turned into kind of a global thing. But all right, there's a stack wipe. You guys just suppress these guys. It shows that the people have strong opinions and the people are prepared to fight for it. So you really respect that about the French, actually. Yeah, that is true. That is super cool. And it's like very passionate. I don't know specifically a lot of the politics of France or anything that's going on in all of Europe except for the whole Brexit situation, really, which I am still not completely sure on. I'm not much of a politics person. I'm in college for like science and I like creativity. Politics has been the route I haven't really gone down that much. So you guys make your way back up here. We can knock out... Can't knock these guys out yet. We need 100% war score first. So that means we'll have to actually take this fight with the Pope. Our army is still here, right? Yeah, it is. Over in Brazil, that is. Can we knock anyone else out? No, it's just us against these two guys. So, top priority before vassalization of that other guy. Is this 100%? It is. Okay. So, overall, all in all, we want this province, we want this province, and we still want this vassalization. Can we do that? Yes. Technically. We could handle this coalition if it fired. It's just, I don't want a coalition to form, then us not be able to fight Spain. So we could actually just do this. Less of a chance for the coalition to fire anyway. Still have an opium vassal up here in France that we would be able to feed more land to. We'll probably give, when it comes to these guys, this down here, might give all of southern France, and then we can give these guys like northwestern France. Either way, I think they're getting vassalized. So, welcome to the Empire, little bro. Pull off of the Pope. We don't need to spy on you anymore. Who is this? This guy? You're going to study theater and film directory. That is super, super dope. I have a lot of my friends from high school are doing theater and film stuff. One of my friends, one of my best friends from high school, he goes, he has some connections in like Hollywood and stuff. So I'm really hopeful for him. But yeah, film is super cool. I've never been interested in specifically like directory or behind the scenes stuff. I've only ever been interested in like writing. I would really like to be a screenwriter, or I want to be an actual writer like of novels. But screenwriting would be cool for like TV shows or movies. Being an actor would be super cool, and honestly, people kind of throw that out as a career path, but you think about how many movies and TV shows there are, it's like, you have a decent chance if you really put your mind to it. Like, so many people need so many people to be in movies and TV shows, so, like, it's not like being an athlete or something. I guess I don't know how difficult it is to become an athlete in Europe, but I know that's like the top tier career here in America, like the hardest thing to do other than be like a multi-billionaire. But all right, so let's peace out with you now for one province. Still not a bad coalition, technically. No. Transfer trade. Give me all your money, and go ahead and break off guaranteeing Provence. Let's see. I think it would be worth to build some more trade buildings, more income, because our income is kind of... Nope, just kidding. We're making 20 ducats a month. That's just fine. You've acted on a couple of small plays in the Netherlands, but you want to go on a screen or direct films? It's always been your dream to make or act in a big production? Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's a huge... I mean, obviously, it's like one of the biggest things right now. And a lot of people count it out. But if you set your mind to it, you go take classes, or... No, you don't even have to take classes. Chris Pratt lived in a van, and then he auditioned for Parks and Rec. And that's how he got to where he is, but I don't know if that story was dramatized or not from him, but he seems like a trustworthy guy, so I believe him. So the nation of Austria started a war against Bohemia. Who else are you fighting? Not really anybody important, so... Oh wow, where did we get all these troops from? Who else is on our side? Nobody? Really? Okay. We'll go knock out Strasbourg, I think is who this is. While we wait for our spy network with Spain to be built up. And then we'll also go ahead and improve with some outreach countries. We do need another stability, so we'll go ahead and get that. Does being the emperor have any great perks, or is it mostly just titulature? I have no idea what that word means, but using context clues, I assume it means like not having any sort of like real meaning other than like prestige-wise. A title, yeah. It does. So you get spy network construction, yearly prestige, possible advisors +1, leaders without upkeep +1, diplo rep +1. Honestly, not very good when it comes to those perks, but then you also get some diplomatic actions, also not great. You get tax income, manpower increase, land force limit, which is the biggest thing, like the biggest perk to being an emperor, as well as you get to do these over time, getting imperial authority. And each one you click gives you more things, pretty much. And then at the end, if you want, you can revoke the privilegia, which gets all of the HRE under your control as vassals without taking up diplo slots, which is super good. Obviously, that's like the most OP thing in the game. But the AI never can really do that. You pretty much only the player can do that. Like, the AI isn't smart enough to be able to figure out how to do that. But yeah, overall, it's pretty good to be the emperor. Very helpful. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we can upgrade some centers of trade whenever we're done. Thank you, yeah, the boy, for the follow. I appreciate it. Trying to get to 50. Trying to get that, what is it? I think you have to have 54. It's either a partnership, not partnership. It's either affiliate or partner. I don't remember which one is the lower one. But yeah, thank you for the follow anyway. Mulhouse has entered the coalition. Oh boy. How scary. They've been in OPM this entire game. How boring that must be to play. I've done it before, actually. I've played a few hundred years as Ulm to see how much development I can get them up to. Do I play any non-Paradox games? Streaming, not usually. I have played Polybridge. I've streamed Polybridge not that long ago, and I still plan on streaming it some more after the whole Emperor hype dies down. I've wanted to finish this playthrough first and really try out Emperor. I love Polybridge. I play NBA 2K. Whenever 2K21 comes out, I'm going to be streaming that. I have it for PS4 right now, though, so I don't have anything to record on that, and I kind of play that as my like getaway game. Play Pokemon. I love Pokemon. It's just the whole universe. I play the game, like the video game. I used to collect the cards, and then I stopped. Then I got back into it not that long ago, and now I stopped again because it's just way too much money for me to be spending at the moment without a job. But I have a lot of TCG online packs that I've just been collecting and waiting to open up on stream. I've just never streamed it. I have some ideas for like playthroughs on YouTube that I want to do. I want to do like a grand campaign of all the Pokemon games, like super difficult randomized, or not randomized, super difficult like improved levels and stuff. I just need to get some of that stuff set up though, and then I can grind on stream. What's your YouTube? It's the same username as Twitch, so Imagistus. I don't do any... Right now, I don't do any strictly YouTube playthroughs. Oh, I didn't realize they had some backup coming in. Right now, it's just old streams that I record. Like, right now, I'm recording this for YouTube. I just upload them to... so that the VODs, like, whenever they disappear. Whenever the VODs disappear, they don't actually disappear. So I'll at least have them on somewhere to watch. Let's go to Fort Defense guy. You subbed? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. I think I will hire him because he's half price. We don't have a half price guy currently. Don't have to take this quite yet. What is Bohemia's tech at? 17, 18. What is Spain at? 17. We could have a 2 tech advantage on Spain whenever we fight them, potentially. But yeah, I have some plans for strictly YouTube campaigns coming up. It wouldn't be in anything like EU4 or anything that I would rather stream, because I strictly like streaming more than recording for YouTube. Do you play any games that aren't Paradox games? Let's see. For now, we'll just go ahead and suppress rebels. And hope we turn an income at some point soon. We are reinforcing, so that's probably why we're losing some. How much participation do we have? 39%, pretty good. Saxony is pieced out, so it should just be Bohemia now? Yes, and they're already at low enthusiasm, so. We'll stick here and be fine with the amount of participation we have right now. We need one more tradition to have a nice amount of tradition. We're almost capped out on Miltech, so I guess we will develop a little bit in Kremen. Unlock another building slot there. That's one of the biggest changes that I didn't expect coming into Emperor, honestly, has been how impactful building slots are now. Before, I didn't really notice them. But used to play League of Legends, but you just started disliking the community 2 years ago. And that's when you found Hoi4 and CK2. Yeah, honestly, I can get that for sure. It's like it is a very niche like, I don't know, what's the community of games called? It's a very niche, like, grand strategy is a unique genre. I actually didn't get into Hoi. It wasn't the first grand strategy I played. It was, Civ was actually, Civ isn't really grand strategy. That's just kind of, that's 5x, 4x, I think. But do we want to keep this guy? 38. So I got into Civ and then got into Hoi4 and then I got into EU4. Who else do you watch? Like, who in the Paradox community do you watch on, like, YouTube or Twitch or anything? Was there someone who, like, introduced you to the genre? Still no buildings that are worth building. ISAR Productions and Alex the Rambler. I watch ISARO. I used to watch him some. I haven't watched him as much lately. Alex the Rambler I never really watched. You found out about Hoi4 by yourself? Ah. I got introduced through, I think I said this actually yesterday, we talked about this on stream a little bit. Quill18 was who I watched a lot of. He introduced me to EU4 and Hoi. Yeah, I still don't want to take either of those. Up to 10 Diplo relations now. And then recently, I started watching, to really learn how to play EU4, I watched a lot of Arumba, but he is no longer playing, I don't think, so that's disappointing. But I know that he had his own personal issues with a lot of things within Paradox, so I can't really blame him for having that. Watch some Tommy K, but you don't really like his energy. I've never watched him. I know who he is, but I haven't seen any of his streams, or I don't know if he uploads to YouTube or not. I guess we'll save up money for, let's see. Wow, Bohemia cedes Prague and some other provinces to Austria, Hungary. Gives a lot of cores back to Hungary, who's somehow still alive. We get some power protection, some prestige. We can make this a core. I'll save up for that. How's our governing capacity looking? We can take about a little over 200 dev. Alright, now since we're at peace, let's go ahead and upgrade you. We can upgrade you? Yes. Burn. Might as well upgrade you. Alright, so come back here. It's time to... Oh my god, Berg. Are we fighting Austria? No. Okay, good. Alright, I don't think this will actually impact anything. You'd like to play Vicky 2, but you have a max, so you can't play it. I've never really gotten into Vicky 2 either. I also want to play that, but every time I do, I open it up and I'm like, okay, I've played a lot of Paradox games. I can probably figure it out without really looking into it that much, but I'm just wrong every time. I don't know why I ever think that's possible. Paradox games definitely don't work like that, but I think it every time. Alright, Spain, how are we looking? Austria would jump in now. Morocco is still fighting in another damn war against Timbuktu and Jolof. Now they're just wanting this whole of Western Africa. Berg wouldn't join even if they weren't in this war. Ulm wouldn't join. Pomerania definitely wouldn't. Great Britain is still having their issues with money. I think we would have a 2 tech advantage on them, and I think we would be a-okay with this to declare this war, especially considering a lot of their armies are over. A lot of this manpower is generated from their colonial nations, which is one of them is Florida, up here in Virginia. Makes sense to me. I don't know how this has happened. They would have had to like colonize this down here and then also colonize up here, and then 13 colonies took them out or something. But that's funny that they think this is Florida. If Vicky 3 comes out and it's only on PC, you'll buy one just to play it. Well, you know what they say about Vicky 3. It probably never will come out because I think the community has been pushing for it forever, and they've not really said anything about it. Anything about having another one anyway. But I'm sure it'll come out eventually. What else would they sell DLC for if they don't release new games? Alright, I usually wouldn't take tech this early. Can we get innovativeness for this one? No. So we would want to take this one first. I usually wouldn't take tech this early, but I'm going to because we need better infantry is huge right now. Oh, and that's all. Dang, I was hoping we could get another better something. Alright, anything else we need to do before we declare this war? Upgrade a fort in our capital, just in case, you know. You guys all pile down here, and I think we're just gonna rush. Make a rush for their capital, which would technically be better if we started on this side, but can't do that because France hates our guts. So, Navy, you stay right where you're at. And I think, oh wait, half price stab cost guy. I think we have a really old guy here now, so yeah, we'll do this, and then can we upgrade him? We can. Nesco the Furry, thank you for the follow. Or is it Fury? I think it's Furry. Right? Like the, yeah. Hi there. How you doing? Do we want to ally maybe one of Spain's rivals that might want to jump in? Well, we're already allied to both of their rivals. All of their rivals. So no. Who might want some of their land, though? Portugal? Portugal doesn't want an alliance, I'm sure. Yeah, they definitely don't. Genoa might. Wait, how did Spain get this back? I mean, Genoa wants some of their land, but Genoa's not going to do shit against them, so they won't be a helpful ally. I kind of want to ally the Ottomans, but eh. Let's go ahead and bump some mercantilism just a tad. Do Portugal, as I hear they have lovely beaches. True. But yeah, that isn't happening. We want to push our way down to Portugal, though, for sure. Let's see. All right, I think next month, or right now, I think we declare on Spain.